Welcome back to the Talking Lead Show. This is episode 199, Leadheads. Just one away from our 200th episode. And as I told you last episode, stay tuned and listen because you never know what we might do for our celebration of our 200th episode. And speaking of last week's show, I want to go ahead and thank our guest from the 2017 National Rifle Association annual meeting. We had Brandy and Sean on with Right On USA Optics. It's a veteran-owned business that is cranking out some great optics. And Joe Bricko with Range Systems. Those guys joined us in the Eagle Imports booth for their guest appearances. And then we were podcast bombed by none other than the Squatch, Zeke Stout himself. And he brought along his brother-in-law, Brandon Bond, owner of All or Nothing Tattoo Studio. And they are world-renowned tattoo artists. So make sure you go check out All or Nothing Tattoo Studios. And then, of course, Heath and Nikki Clevenger. It was a great interview with those guys. I'm looking forward to doing more with them. I was actually invited to be on a podcast that they host called The Shooter's Mindset. So when that gets closer to time for that show, I will definitely let you guys know so you can you'll be listening in for that. And then we interviewed Lauren and Cy Hudson with Hudson Manufacturing, the developers of the H9 pistol, that new low-bore axis 9mm 1911 kind of style pistol that they've got coming in. It's like a hybrid. It's a really cool gun. Looking forward to when they drop that on the market sometime later this year. It's coming up soon, and we'll definitely keep you posted when that hits the market so you guys can run out there and buy your H9 pistols. And then kicking off the show, we had our good buddy Casey Betzold with Antares Alliance as he was representing Tactical Squirrel monthly box subscription service. These boxes are awesome, guys. We've got a thing going with them right now. Your first monthly box that you order from them, first subscription, Leadheads are going to get a cool little extra something in your box from your first order. And you can get these boxes anywhere from $35 a month all the way up to $100 a month. And just an example of what the Maze box has in it, the premium box, the $100 a month box. And you get to choose certain things on these too, like the ammo. You can choose your caliber that you want. There's going to be a Team Never Quit box of ammunition of your choice. A company called Aviator Gear. They're going to have a remove before flight keychain. If you guys have ever been around a plane before it takes off, especially in general aviation, they have these little things in the engines and other ports where bugs and birds can get in their nest to cover them up. That says remove before flight. So they got a keychain that's got that on it, and that's pretty cool. Sunsect, insect repellent, and sunscreen. This is the time of year. Those mosquitoes are out in full force. That's a nice little item in your box that you're going to get in May if you signed up for the May box. Valhalla Designs has a cool traveler wallet that Casey had described to you guys last week. SSP Eyewear, you're going to get some cool Yakima glasses in this month's in the May box. Badass Babe has some handmade soap to keep you smelling nice and clean. And then you're going to get an Antares Alliance sticker. And another really cool item that you're going to get is from One Tac is a TC1200 flashlight and case. So if you guys are interested in signing up to be a monthly box subscriber, you just go on over to Talking Lead's website. It's talkingled.com, and we've got a link right there up in the menu selections, and it says a Tactical Squirrel box. You just click on that, and that'll take you right there. And once you start checkout, use the code LEADHEAD, and that's going to ensure that you get that exclusive Talking Leadhead special first box little prize in your first monthly subscription box. And then also, I want to remind you guys, coming up at the end of this month is the deadline to submit your design ideas for the Leadhead logo. So we're letting you guys, the listeners, the subscribers, the people who support this show, who make it what it is today, design your own logo that 1776 United is going to put on a T-shirt, going to put on a patch, So go to 1776united.com, their website, down at the bottom where it says Leadhead Contest. Click on that to submit your design ideas. You don't have to actually design it. If you can just verbally describe, what it is that you have in mind, then the 1776 United Design Crew will put something together. But if you're more inclined to go ahead and design something, do that, and then you can email those to you can go ahead and email those to me at talkingled.com. Make sure you put in the subject Leadhead Design Contest, and then I'll make sure those get put into the pool. I'm not sure if they actually give you the ability to attach a design, like a file or anything on that submission or not, but in case they don't, then just email those to me at talkingled@gmail.com. All right, so let's get into this week's show. We got another great show coming up for you guys. More coverage from the 2017 NRA annual meeting. And we're going to kick this episode off with our good buddy Chad Enos from Kel-Tec. And he's brought a buddy with him this time. And it's Jansen Jones. He is the president of Freedom Munitions. You guys probably have heard that name. Also, he's huge in the world of competitive shooters as well. And he also happens to be the president of Freedom Munitions. So he gives us a little bit of history about Freedom Munitions. In 2012, I think, is when he came in. They had somewhere around 50 employees, and now, there's somewhere over 400 employees. So he's really gone in and made a difference with that company. They're an online ammunition and accessories store. So you can get a lot of different things, but they mainly specialize in ammunition. So he also gets into talking about a couple of their new products. They've got a big bore buster, which is concentrating more along the AR-15 platform ammunition. They do like a 223 in 64 grain, a 6.8 SPC in 90 grain, a 308 and 168 grain, and they do a 300 Win Mag also in that big bore buster line of products. And then their newest line of ammunition products is called the Big Grains, which this is going to be a low-cost, heavy-plated, heavy-weighted round, which is going to be your bigger rounds like the 458 SOCOM, the 50 AE, and the 500 Smith & Wesson mag. And he said they're going to be coming out with a 4570 soon after. So, and that conversation kind of led into a big bear hunt that Jansen and Chad are going to be going on sometime in June, and we're going to get with them after that hunt and talk about their big bear hunt and see how that went. And then we get into another endeavor that Jansen and Rob Romero, another famous competitive shooter that you guys are, I'm sure, well familiar with, started a new company. It's called the Next Evolution Research and Design, which is NERD for their acronym. And their website is We Are, and you put the hyphen in, Nerd. We Are -Nerd is their website. But really cool concept on how they came about developing this company and the products that these guys are designing there. We talk about the Ward, which is a 9mm rifle barrel that they've designed. And then we also talk about a cool ambi charging handle called the Coffin Nail. That's what's really cool about it is that each side is independent from the other. So if one side fails, the other one's going to work. It's really cool, really sturdy, all stainless steel internals. They'll talk about that. And then some other really unique, different kind of products that maybe they thought about designing but really didn't design. And we talk about, of course, Rob is also famous for his Ninja Cock, being able to use inertia to rack his Glocks. And I'll put a link to that in the show notes, so that video where he's actually just air cocking a Glock. It's pretty cool. And then we're also joined by our leadhead number one, Chuck Sanford, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck joined us during this interview. He doesn't talk much, but he's just sitting there in awe, kind of like I am, about all the cool things that Jansen Jones is doing with Freedom Munitions and with his new company, Nerd. So you guys are really going to enjoy that one. All right, and then we get into our interview with Do All Outdoors. This was at the Eagle Imports booth as well. And Jonathan Hayes is with Do All Outdoors. And these are the guys that do the clay pigeon throwers. They've got those ground bouncers, the self-healing impact seal targets where you can shoot them time after time and they just kind of, shrink up, and you can shoot those things thousands and thousands of times. But we're joined by Mike Sodini, who is the president of Eagle Imports. He helps co-host this, and it's a good interview too. Fun interview. John is a funny guy. He's kind of those dry humor guys. And then, of course, Sodini, you guys have heard him on the show several times before. He's always entertaining. And that'll bring us to our interview that we have with Kenny Barlow, who is the Vice President in Sales of Marketing over at North American Arms. You guys, I'm sure, have heard of North American Arms. They've been around for 40 years. They do those really cool, like mini revolvers, the 5-shot, 22 mag, and 22 long. So those are really cool. We talk about those. And Kenny is joined by his assistant, Amelia Pullman. And just another really good interview there. I don't think I had a bad interview during the whole time that we were at the NRA convention. Everybody was very good, very entertaining, very informative. So I want to give a big thanks to all the sponsors of Talking Lead. X Steel Targets. Check them out at xsteeltargets.com.
X Steel Targets.
Frontier Tactical, frontiertactical.com, and their FT line of rifles and AR pistols. Make sure you guys check those out. If you're looking for a truck gun, you definitely want to go check out the AR pistols over there at Frontier Tactical. Modern Spartan Systems for all your lube and gun cleaning needs. Modern Spartan Systems has what you need, and they've even got products for your trucks and your fishing gear and your race cars, and you name it, they're developing it. So check them out over at modernspartansystems.com. And, of course, we wanted to give a big thanks to Eagle Imports for hosting us first 2 days there at the NRA, and then High Threat Concealment on the last day. And, of course, Frontier Tactical for putting us up in the hotel room, giving us a place to stay, making this all possible for you guys to enjoy these interviews. So here we go, Leadheads. Episode 199. We're kicking it off with Jansen Jones and our good buddy Chad from Kel-Tec. Leadheads, we are back. Day 2, NRA annual meeting, and we are being hosted by our good buddies at Eagle Imports. And this is day 2. We're about halfway through day 2, would you say? Maybe not halfway yet?
Not quite. Almost.
Not quite. And you recognize that voice, Leadheads.
I'm a glass is half empty kind of guy.
It's Chad. Chad Enos. Welcome
Hello,
in,
everybody.
buddy. And Chad never comes empty-handed. He's brought another friend with him. And I think this is the first time you guys have been on the Talking Lead show. Freedom Munitions, Jansen Jones. Welcome in, brother.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you brought props. You did it right.
Yeah.
I like
give you something to talk about. Ask
like,
questions.
I don't know what to do with my hands, so you
Where do
gotta
you
have
start?
props.
Yeah.
I'm a visual guy.
Yeah.
So for those who've been living under a rock, Freedom Munitions is probably the largest online ammo supplier there is, and other things too.
you're the only straight to door.
Yeah, we're direct to consumer, so we're a manufacturer. We make our own commercial loading equipment through the Ammo Load company, so the Ammo Load Mark X and Mark L. There's a lot of people out there using that equipment.
Right.
We also own Extreme Bullets. So Extreme Bullets is a primarily plated bullet company. We sell projectiles OEM. We sell them through Cabela's. We sell them right on our website, extremebullets.com. And then freedommunitions.com is the direct-to-consumer. We look at it like the Amazon ammo. If you're looking for something,
Amazon ammo.
we probably got it.
Yeah.
Amazon's having a heart attack right now.
Yeah, they're not interested in guns and ammo, which is great for us because that's our business.
Exactly. Yeah. Let them keep that attitude, right?
Yeah.
So tell Marty's listeners where you got started. What you used to be local here, pretty local to Atlanta, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. So interesting career path. I was into competitive shooting back in college. I watched a Shooting USA show, I believe. They were covering the IDPA Nationals. and I got to see Jerry Mikulek shoot. And I was like, I want to learn how to shoot like that. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out. And so
everyone's still trying to figure that out, by the way.
Everyone.
he's one of the legends. Got into IDPA in 2004, started shooting competitively locally. Ended up moving to New York for law school. My first year I was there, I just didn't really fit into New York. Let's put it that way. And I
shocker.
Yeah.
I transferred. I got down to Georgia, and that's where I met a good friend of mine, Rob Romero, who's a pretty prominent 3-gunner, and we started working together. We were teaching classes at that time. We taught a 3-gun class. We taught basically action shotgun class. And one of the owners of Freedom Munitions took one of our classes and said, hey, you guys did a pretty good job branding yourselves. Would you like to try your hand at working on some ammunition? At that time, 2012, freedommunitions.com was a young upstart ammunition company.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, sure. So I was a prosecutor at that time here in Metro Atlanta, and I was moonlighting doing contract marketing for that group. And I grew the company at that time like 50 to 60 employees in 2012 to 400 at the close of 2016. And that's pretty substantial growth.
That's enormous, yeah.
So
enormous.
In that time, I was their sales and marketing manager, and I moved my way up throughout the company as they grew to vice president of sales and marketing. And then I got the opportunity, I was promoted in December of 16 to president of the entire operation. So, now I'm overseeing all aspects of the business, but my heart and soul lies in new product design and development.
Very cool. So you're the big cheese now.
The big cheese.
You ever watch the Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah.
Barney Fife?
Yep.
Won't you go sit in the produce section so everybody knows you're the big cheese? He said that to Andy one day.
But it's, even with all the success, I met Jansen 5 or 6 years ago at a SHOT Show, and I won't tell that story because it's extremely.
Oh, we got to hear the story.
It's very embarrassing.
We
got
to hear the story, man.
But Jansen's the same exact person I met. So all of these, all this success and stuff he's just still the same guy.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people buy products based not necessarily on the product, but the company and who the company is, and for instance, you say you're an American, make American-made parts or whatever. People are going to be attracted to that. So, and I've heard that about us as
Absolutely.
well. People buy Kel-Tec because they like our customer service.
They like the people.
There's a good interface.
People.
Yeah. And I get the exact same thing from Freedom Munitions. These guys are very
anytime
accessible.
I've dealt with Freedom Munitions, it's always been a pleasurable experience. Never had a negative.
It's a personal almost. It's a personal experience. Like you literally order right off their website, and if you've got any concerns or anything, they take care of you.
Right. Yeah.
And it all comes from the boss, the big cheese.
Well, that's what it's about for us. It's customer service, right? Everybody. I don't care if you're buying a box of 50 rounds or 50,000. Everyone's important, and the owners have always said, without our customers, we're nothing. And that's
right.
That's a phrase that I take to heart, and every day, no one in our company is above taking a phone call or answering an email for customer service. We all are in that business.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you guys are based where now?
Lewiston, Idaho.
Okay. Idaho.
Yeah, we're actually going to be heading out there. I'm going to be heading out there with Matt, and we're going to do a bear hunt, and we're hoping to try to schedule some time so that Matt and I can do a factory tour.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We'll be bringing that to you if we can get that squared away.
I think Left Hand needs to come on that trip.
Bring some microphones.
Bring some phones, yeah. Bring the phones. So
yeah.
you're doing a bear hunt. Let's talk about the bear hunt.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting. In Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho's got a lot of bears. I
Okay.
found out when I moved out there. So I've always been into hunting, just never had a lot of time to do it. And when I moved to Idaho, what I found was it's like the outdoorsman's paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Short of being in Alaska, I think there's a couple really good states in the lower 48 for it. Idaho is one of them. And they got a lot of bears out there. And the state has some amazing topography for hunting in. So bear hunting in Idaho can be done one of three ways. You can do what's called spot and stalk, where you get up on the side of a mountain and you start glassing. You can do what's called a bait hunt, where the bears are hitting food source that's put out.
Mm-hmm.
You get them on a routine. or you can do what my personal favorite is, which is hunting with hounds. So that is the
Release
most,
the hounds.
It's like those storybooks when you're kids,
Yeah.
hunting with the dogs. Yeah.
I'm going to make sure Chad says that. On this one, by the way. No, you got to say it, Chad. Release the hounds has to come out of your mouth.
I'll do it. Release the hounds.
So
So do you have your own hounds?
No, I go with a guy that I know locally. He works at a paper mill there, and he is dedicated to nothing but running dogs. He has his 9 to 5 to support those dogs.
Nice.
That is his thing.
This is like old school Idaho guy, old school backwoods guy. Nice.
Yep. He is what I call a mountain hound. He lives to be running around in the woods. And those are the kind of guys that know the ins and outs of tracking animals really well. He can look at tracks. He does cat hunts, mountain lions as well. But what we're going to do,
that's got to be tough.
It's
hunting cats.
It's all very physical. The easy part is when the animal is treed. The most difficult part of hound hunting is once the dogs are on the trail, keeping them on the trail and then getting to wherever the animal is treed, because you're not just walking a straight line. You're walking like 45-degree inclines up a mountain across deadfall. It is work. So the line of sight
man's
on
hunting.
That's
GPS
right.
might say it's
you ready for this?
1.5 miles, but you're going up a hill. No, you're going up a mountain.
Yeah, I've been doing cardio for the past couple months. I'm gonna keep it up until we get there.
You're getting buff, man. You're hitting it good.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're getting in shape for the bear. You're gonna have to carry the bear out.
Yeah.
You're gonna live that. Matt's gonna live that while you're carrying the bear.
All right. I just hope I get something like that video that you sent me. Those 2 bears you got. Was a 7 and 8 footer or 6 and 8 footer?
So I went to Alberta, Canada last year to test one of our new products called Boar Buster, which I designed for hunting hogs and bears. And in Canada, like Idaho, they have a lot of bears. They got a 2-bear limit. And I shot a 7'5" and a 7'4" black bear on the same day. I couldn't believe it. It was
Monsters.
like the lottery.
That was going to be my question. So it's black bears that they have.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
There are grizzlies in Idaho in the unit that we're in, which is Unit 11, but they're not huntable. If you see one, you don't engage it. You got to go the other direction because they're
nasty.
Yeah.
They're real.
They're nasty bears.
They're the real deal.
Yeah, I don't want to see
Well,
one
I don't
of
know.
those.
7 feet sounds pretty real to me.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I mean, a 7-foot bear is probably what, 800, 900 pounds?
No, these were in the 4s.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They look big though, man.
Yeah. All that fur and everything.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, what are you using to hunt with? What?
So when we're going
Hunting.
up,
I'm gonna boar bust them. I don't know
You
what
gonna
he's
use a
gonna
knife?
use.
Using a big Bowie knife?
Chad's going to use a spear, I think.
Yeah.
Leadhead number 1, Chuck, has joined us, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Chuck.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
Welcome.
So we're talking bear hunting. This is. Go ahead.
Mr. Jansen Jones of Freedom Munitions.
Oh,
So, yep.
And you know Kel-Tec Chad?
yes, met him about
Chad
a month or
Enos.
so ago.
Cool. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're talking about boar busting, bear hunting, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So we're gonna go over some Freedom Munitions products.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now that you're caught up.
Yeah, we did a little history lesson. We'll talk about.
So what are you
going
going to use to hunt the bear?
So the bear hunting, we like to use what we call Boar Buster. It's a line of ammunition we designed for AR-15 and AR pattern rifles. So it's going to obviously cycle semi-autos. We use a nozzler bonded performance bullet, so it's a really tough projectile designed to penetrate thick hide and crush bone. So we got it in 223 64 grain. We got it in 6.8 SPC 90 grain. I got it in a 308 168 grain. That's the load I prefer.
For bears?
For bears.
Okay.
Yep.
308.
308.
I
Now,
was thinking that 458 might be the way to go with.
that's
I want to make sure when I hit that sucker, he's going down.
So 458 SOCOM's an interesting cartridge. I'll get into that one just in a second. And the other one we have is the 300 Win Mag Boar Buster.
That's
for
a good
like
one.
the
There you
Nemo, Falcor type
Yeah.
300
Right.
Win Mag platforms. So I brought today also one of our newest offerings called Big Grains. And so the concept for this came about when I was, all my ideas come at like the weird times of night when you can't sleep, you can't turn your mind off, and you're thinking about
I'm just
guns.
thinking, big grain. Everybody's seen Pulp Fiction, right? Look at the big brain on Brad. You know, the big grains.
So
The
this
big
one,
grains on Jansen.
this
The
one
big
is
grains
like,
on Jansen.
this one's weird because you have all these cartridges out there, right? 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, 50 AE, 458 SOCOM, and they don't really belong anywhere. They have one unifying characteristic, in my opinion, and that's their bullet weight. They're all 300-plus grain projectiles. And so I worked for a bullet company, and I walked in one day, and I looked at the engineering team. I said, can you guys make me a 300, a 325, or a 350 grain projectile, plated bullet? And they
You're
said,
not going to say no.
well,
to the boss.
They could have at that time, but they didn't.
Oh, okay.
They could have at that. They didn't. They said, well, what do you want it for? So I told them the idea, and they were like, so you're going to make a low-cost, heavy-plated, heavy-weighted projectile. I said, yeah, because let's face it, 458 SOCOM, 50 AE, 500 Smith, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Chunk
that
of
long.
change.
It wasn't that long ago as a lowly government employee. You know, I had to reload out of necessity. As a competitive shooter, if you're shooting a lot, you got to reload. These cartridges are super expensive to shoot, and so we came out with the bullet, and I said, we got to load this up and basically reinvigorate that cartridge market, because I like shooting big bores. I like shooting heavy bullets. It's low velocities because for whatever reason the recoil is enjoyable. But it sucks to shoot when it's a wallet impactor.
Yeah.
This stuff that just came out this year is the low-cost leader for big bore ammunition.
I need something in my hands here. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
So the low-cost leader because of the projectile. It is designed so you can go to the range and shoot 30, 40, 50. If you want to shoot 100 rounds, you can, and you have two things you'll know. You're not going to be bruised or battered up at the end of the day, and your wallet's going to be
You're not
intact.
going to be broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
In all aspects.
So what's the price on? Is it coming up? Count of 20.
Yep.
Box of 20. Which?
So the way I always do the math on ammunition, just because I like to know the price per round.
Oh, this
right?
is the 450. Okay.
So
Put
the
your lab coats on. Here we go.
Right. Well, I'm not a math science guy, so I break it down real
simple.
Real simple.
Real simple like.
It's $1.10 to $1.30 a shot, depending on which product. So if you look at SOCOM, it's $1.20 a shot. If you look at 50 AE, it's $1.10 a shot.
Yeah.
If you compare that to any of the other offerings by other companies in that caliber, they're in the $1.60 to $2 a shot range.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm cutting 40 to 60 cents off or more, depending on
$20
who you're buying.
just to sight your rifle in. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
nice,
what's
man.
what
Real
was the cut on that?
It's usually $1.10 to $1.60 a shot, depending on if we're talking 458 SOCOM
Just
or
the
500
458.
Smith. Yeah.
Wow.
Great.
So 50 AE, 458 SOCOM, and 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum.
Okay.
And I got 4570 on deck.
I love shooting the
Oh, nice.
500 Smith & Wessons.
Awesome.
Is-
But
yeah.
it is,
Now people use those for bear hunting too.
yeah, they do. They use any of this stuff, really. I mean, here's the thing. This projectile is solid.
Yeah.
You could go hunting with it, but the design intent of it was just for shooting paper, plates, fun, range noise. You know, there's a lot of these guns out there, but people don't understand that once you get the gun, you got to feed it, and the feeding of them is the worst part.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make that better.
They're hungry.
Yeah.
You are making it better.
So
A
what's
lot better.
What's the barrel you've got here? What are we
Ah.
looking at here?
So,
Ooh, I see a charging handle too.
This thing's cool.
Get out of town.
so,
We'll save that for.
Wait, I didn't see one. As Chad puts it behind his back.
so one of my passions is 9mm subguns. I've always been into, you know, the HKMP5s or the UMPs, or I've got sub 2000s.
Marty, you've seen that before. You just don't know it until he explains
Okay.
it to you.
I've always been into the platform itself in all its variations. And one of my good friends, competitive shooter Rob Romero, and I started a really small little business called NERD, which stands for Next Evolution Research and Design. And it's based on a couple of simple premises. Premise one, we just go design stuff we would want to buy that's not commercially available. And then premise two, we're going to make the best stuff that we can make, irrespective of price. Sometimes we make only one at a time because
Right.
the quality and it has to adhere to our basically goals. So this barrel that you're holding is based off of the Thompson 45 submachine gun concept.
Okay.
It's got we call it a ring radius profile, but for us,
Yeah.
it's extremely effective as a machine gun subgun barrel. It's built to our specs as far as the 9mm twist go.
Okay.
So if you shoot that,
that's why you got it designed like that.
yes,
A lot of surface area.
tons of surface area.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we're looking at, Chad, describe the barrel for our listeners here.
It looks kind of like pig intestines.
Pig intestines.
Well, no, it just looks like a barrel with like a spring on it.
Yeah.
Kinda, sort of.
Grooved. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and if you look up old machine guns, there's you'll see a lot of them that actually have this similar design for that reason. Dissipate the heat.
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This isn't like a secret squirrel kind of.
No, they're out for sale. The barrel's called the Ward. What we've found is people have been given it all kinds of nicknames. I've heard the stack of quarters.
Call it the radiator.
I've heard the
That's a good one.
Yeah.
One guy calls it rib for her pleasure. We've heard it all.
When you said I've seen one of these before, that's the route I was going there. I was like,
Hey, can I show you my ribbed barrel?
So we take all
Ribbed for her
all
pleasure.
aspects of this stuff into consideration. And one thing I've always been impressed about, was from HK. They date stamp everything, and so we took a part of that and applied it to this barrel. And the other thing I've always been impressed with is one of my mentors was John Noveski, and I started with John on a shooting team aspect, and he showed me and my teammate Rob a lot of the concept behind design and how he approached a project. And he individually serialized every barrel that left his facility, and he recorded who it went to. So I melded those two concepts. I took the HK date code and applied it to an individual serialization basis. So that barrel that you hold in your hand has got 00038-BH, which is 0003817. And then when that barrel is sold or given away, I go into our logbook, record who it goes to. So if they ever have a problem, I can know which batch, which lot it came from,
Wow,
who
nice.
the original owner was. We will take it back. If there's ever a problem with any of our products on the nerd side, we take them back. I learned that from Freedom Munitions, because if anybody has any issue with our ammunition, unlike most people where,
Tough luck.
you
Sorry.
if you buy
Yeah.
ammo from Walmart, you can't take it back. We
Right.
take anything back. The customer's always right. I've applied that to Nerd. So Nerd is sort of a coupling of all the best experiences I had from various vendors. Noveski,
And there's a lot of
HK,
experience
Freedom.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
and
Nerd, where-
again. Next, evolution, research and development,
Research and design.
and
What-
design. Nice. I like
Website?
that.
Where
Nerd.
do people go?
weare-nerd.com.
Yeah. We are dash nerd.
Well, We Are Nerd was taken, unfortunately. Somebody smarter than me got to it. So.
Nerd word.
Until you start taking over the world,
Word-
even further,
word
then you
nerd.
can just buy it.
It's probably some cosplay website.
Yeah. Right.
It's ironic to us because neither of us are math science guys. Law school was tough for me. Let's just put it that way. And Rob's one of those guys that's got tons of knowledge, but he doesn't have a formal engineering background. So for us, the biggest challenge is communicating to the manufacturer our design and concept. Well,
Right.
they never could quite get it, so we've had to go learn this stuff on our own to get this stuff out.
To go learn their
That's
language.
cool.
Yeah. That
So
makes
what does
sense.
something like this go for?
So the barrel,
Yeah.
9mm barrel radiator.
The ribbed barrel goes for
The ribbed. He likes ribbed.
$250 online, which is
$250.
it's a lot for a 9mm barrel. I mean, when you look at, there's a ton of interest in 9mm stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there.
But
We-
if you're competition shooting, then this is what you want right here.
Yep, it has an accuracy guarantee behind it. It has our lifetime warranty behind it. If you can shoot that barrel out, I'll replace it for you.
So with Nerd, is this your first product that you put out?
No, our first product that we put out was called the Pistol Coffin 3-gun holster. It's our flagship product.
Pistol coffin, what?
Pistol Coffin 3-gun holster.
3-gun holster, okay.
So, again, a lot of our lineage is in competitive shooting. A lot of our
Sure.
products are rooted around that skill set. What we found was a lot of the holsters were just lacking the support that you need to get through a rigorous match. So
I agree 100% with that. Yeah.
we've shot every major match in the country across the last almost 9 years now, and every match has its own unique flavor. So matches in Texas usually have a lot of distance. Matches in the West have a lot of terrain to cover. Matches in the East are short and fast. But the holsters were never really ideally suited for 3-gun. There was all these speed holsters, or you got Blade Tech stuff, which is designed
Guys
for
making stuff in their ovens.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
just general carry stuff. So we came out with a holster that was designed for quick reholstering, but the hood of the holster comes up to the rear side of the gun, so you can't either knock your sight off or lose 0 on your rear sight, but it's protected the whole time. We call it like a largemouth bass type funnel. You know, it's got this huge mouth to get the pistol back into it fast.
Right.
So that was our flagship
It makes
product.
sense, just like the flared magwells. You know.
Yeah, so a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I was rewatching my 3-Gun Hero DVD, and which Rob and Jansen star in, and guys are so gorgeous in that video. But no,
Sexy beast.
sometimes, you know, like musicians, they got their favorite bands that kind of inspire them,
Sure.
or, you know, whatever. Like combat guys, they go on and watch combat stuff so they can go train or whatever. Well, I watch 3-Gun videos because of Jansen. Like, so when I was first getting into it, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. You know, my first match, I showed up with like an inside the waistband leather holster shooting a 226, and you know, the same story that a lot of 3-gunners
Right.
will
Uncle
tell you.
Mike's holster.
But Jansen was he was pivotal in pushing me in the right direction as far as gear, as far as how to learn how to 3-gun, you know, and his biggest thing was like, just go watch YouTube videos, you know. And he gave me a DVD, and I pop it in every once in a while, and it's, you know, some of the gears, like, you know, you would probably consider a little bit outdated and stuff like that, but the concepts and the training and all that stuff is just as current, you know, as as it is now. So I go on and watch it, get some inspiration from that every once in a while. But all that said, their holsters are awesome. Like, I love the holster. So I asked them a couple of years ago about the holster. I'm like, send them a text message. Hey, that holster in that video, you know, it's really cool. I love how it comes all the way up and covers the, you know, protects the rear sight and all that stuff for these terrain matches or whatever. And he's like, yeah, that's I can't remember the name of it was. And he goes, they don't make them anymore. I'm like, crap. All right.
It's already obsolete, right?
So yeah, fast forward to now, and you're making them again.
And this is from Nerd.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The Nerd pistol coffin 3-gun holster is.
It's a mouthful.
It is. We can't even keep them in
Is there
stock.
an acronym for that? I can't even think quick right now for the acronym.
There's not.
Okay.
We just
There's
we
just
we just
not.
call it the coffin usually.
There you go.
But yeah, we've done really well with that. We actually sold a bunch to STI. They're on their website.
Cool.
Sweet.
It's, you know, again, our biggest factor in anything we put out is it something that I would want to go spend my hard-earned money on, because I look at it the same way. You know, these guys and gals that are out there working, they don't want to go spend their money on junk, and I don't want to give them anything that wouldn't pass the test of the best.
Because you know how many holsters you went through to find something that worked for you. And I mean, we all, you know, any honest 3-gunner is going to tell you they went through thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear, holsters, belts,
Right.
guns, the whole 9 yards before they got to a point where they've got stuff that's getting them
But
through
that's
matches.
the thing. You know, everybody's a little different too, and until you get out there and you start trying this stuff, you're really not going to know. So
Well, so I
It's just part of the
give people
process.
the same advice that Jansen gave me way back in the day. Is like, don't mess around with just stuff that's going to save you money. If you're serious about this,
Right.
spend the money,
Buy it once.
get the proper gear, buy once, cry once, and then and go out there. You know, when the range, all these little things are going to help you, you know, get better, get faster, be, you know, more successful on the range. And and so I've been paying that forward to people that I know that are trying to get into the sport now. Now they know about the holster. I can point people in that direction.
Chad's a
too.
great ambassador for the 3-gun sport. Absolutely.
Well, it started here.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
like you said, you pay it forward, you know.
Yeah, well, do what I can. Now that he's the big cheese and he's
Big
doing other
cheese
stuff,
sitting
you
in the
know.
produce section.
all the people that Jansen and Rob, for that matter, have influenced in the sport, you know, we're all out there taking what they've taught us and shown us.
Leading by example.
Yeah, and
you guys are doing a
it's
great
just
job, man.
spreading it around. So.
Great ambassadors for not only the sport but for our 2A amendment rights.
Absolutely.
Appreciate everything that you're doing out there for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You too. You the man.
You know me.
I know you.
Yeah.
You don't
and,
know me.
Yeah, Freedom Munitions as well. I mean, just amazing company, and I mean that by the people that work there, and then
Sure.
obviously the products are incredible too, and then the way you get their products is unbelievable. I mean,
Your daily specials. You're always
yeah.
running
I mean, it's
Deal of the
awesome.
day.
5 or 10% off. You know, something for the day.
Deal of the day was
Deal of
one
the day.
thing. I was sitting on a Saturday just outside, and I was like, man, I just want to have something every day go into my email that I'd want to look at that would be relevant to my interest. And having a 5% off or flat rate shipping or different product discount every day, when I proposed that to some of the web guys, they were like, you're going to have a massive unsubscribe rate. You won't have any customer base left because they're all going to be sick of getting bombarded with emails. But the feedback was exactly the opposite. All of our customers, like the NRA show is a great place. To me, it's the best show we do because we connect with
End
the
users,
customer.
Yeah, the actual user. Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody said, I love getting your deal of the day email.
Yeah,
when
I
are
do
you,
too.
When are you going to do an app? When are you going to give me an alert on my phone?
Yeah.
And then of course the day that everybody waits for, Black Friday.
Oh,
Yeah. The only problem with those emails is that they're a rabbit hole. I mean, get prepared to get stuck going through the website and seeing what else they have.
You see that
man.
one deal,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden there's another deal they're having. Once you get
It's
there.
awesome.
So I need to know where I need to sign up now.
For the email?
Yeah, for the email.
FreedomMunitions.com, baby.
All right then.
You know where it
Yeah.
is. You've been there.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Have you
That's
never
what
been
I
to Freedom Munitions?
No, I haven't.
Get out.
Get out of town.
Welcome.
Now
But he will be now.
We're
It definitely will be
we're
now.
a young company. We're growing. I still hear that a lot. I mean, everyone's like, how can you not have heard of them? But the reality is, 5-6 years ago, we were tiny. And as our growing happens, we have growing pains. You know, we've
Sure.
made some mistakes. We've definitely stepped on our toes. But the cool part is, you learn so much from that process. And the biggest thing that I've learned growing this company is the e-commerce side. When you look at the way retail is changing, you're seeing brick and mortars on some of the most traditional companies in America, JCPenney, Kmart, Macy's, Walgreens, they're all
Sears.
closing stores.
Yeah.
And it's all because of the internet. The internet has done so much to improve our lives, and part of that is commerce. You can lay in bed now and order ammunition from us.
You can do it right now.
We call it,
You could do a podcast. and
Hold
order
on,
ammunition.
baby. I'm doing something.
we've all internally
Go ahead and
said
start
it.
without me, baby.
It's ordering your underwear is what we call it.
Ordering your skimmies.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
If you don't wear underwear, then just use your imagination.
So here's a product for you for nerds to design. The tactical undies.
What?
Tactical undies. You got to have them.
Just edit that part out.
No, tactical undies. You can do it.
What
I don't
explain.
know.
So
He's a nerd.
So sometime,
I mean, there's
I don't-
tactical everything. Why not have tactical undies?
I don't know what the rating is on this show, but sometime remind me to tell you about
There isn't one.
my sex cleat idea.
The sex cleat.
Yeah, sex cleats.
That's all you had to
an
say.
Idea. That's all I got to
Do tell.
say. So okay,
This is an adult show.
As you guys were kids, you remember. I don't know if you grew up around cold weather, but I went to school in Boston for high school.
Your feet get cold and
And-
dry and you slip? Is that?
No.
You need some traction.
I remember having those gloves, right, with the little grippy dots
Mhm.
on the hands. I said, man, this was when I was in college, right? I was like, man, somebody needs to come out with a pair of socks that have the grippy dots on the bottom of them. Sex cleats.
And that's what you're going to call them?
Oh, dude.
What I was going to call them.
Yeah,
Never came
somebody
out with
did
them.
it.
Wow, you're
Those
kidding.
are all over the place.
They are?
Yeah.
They're not-
everywhere.
they're not called
everywhere.
sex cleats,
No, that they're not. Which they would have sold billions more if they'd have been called sex cleats.
They're still open.
You could have you trademarked that name?
No, it's
Do
open. Take
It.
it.
Do it now.
Freebie. There's gold for
Do
you.
it now.
Sex cleats. Dude, just that's the name of it's hilarious.
But I haven't ever seen one with it all over it. That was what you need for a sex cleat.
Well,
For those
because this is
extreme
the part that's
sex
usually,
tacticians.
Depending on what position, that foot's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
you
gotta get traction
You got to get the
everywhere.
leverage. There's traction. I've slipped before. I don't know about you, Chad.
You can break a hip doing that, man.
I've pulled a groin before, yeah.
My concept with sex cleats was you could have glow-in-the-dark dots. You could have different colors. You could have racing stripes. I'm in the wrong business now for that.
Oh,
But
my gosh.
Some aromatherapy.
You're
Now-
going to see this now.
Now we
that
know
we've said it out
exactly
here.
where this barrel idea came from. It
Right.
had nothing to do with the heat sink.
That's why he likes the ribbed.
we have a brake called the Ninja Cock. So
The Ninja Cock.
For real?
Yeah. The NC brake that we make, it's a 9mm brake. My business partner, Rob Romero, has got the nickname of the Ninja Cock. And if you want to see how he got the nickname, go onto YouTube and look up the Ninja Cock Glock video.
Yeah.
He basically cocks a Glock one-handed by bouncing it off his bicep.
He does it with a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
So
By
that's
bouncing it off his bicep.
Yeah, it's an inertia-based
Yeah.
movement.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
So he's not like modified the slide
No.
or anything like that?
No, in
He's
fact,
not.
he's got modified guns and unmodified guns, and he shows you the difference before he does the drill.
Huh.
It's incredible.
I got to Google that.
So the name is, he's cocking the gun.
Right, the
and
ninja
the
cock.
ninja cock.
Yeah.
So, and they were primarily 9mm guns. When we came out with the 9mm break, we didn't want to call it the ninja cock. We just call it the NC for ninja cock.
There you go.
So I want to see,
Genius.
since I saw that video, I've wanted to see a guy like ditching his shotgun and drawing his pistol.
Doing that?
And, yeah, I can't do it. One of the guys at our shop actually can do that. He's been practicing. But I've tried it a million
I'll see
times
how-
and it hurts my
I'll
I'm
see
too
how you
old.
do it.
Check out the video. I
Yeah,
broke
it's
a
awesome.
toilet trying it. I'm serious. When I was quote learning to do it, I had this Glock 17 unloaded, by the toilet, and anytime I was in there, I was just like, this is a good place to practice. I like unseated the bolts that were holding them in the ground. It was an apartment, so I didn't feel bad. But yeah,
That's hilarious.
I worked a toilet over with that one.
Very cool. So one more time, give everybody. Oh wait, no, let's talk about the charging handle. We haven't talked the coffin nail. So you're very morbid with the name of your products here. What's up with that?
I don't know. We just kind of followed along that path. So the coffin nail charging handle was a product that we had a lot of belief in because it's ambi. It's a fully ambidextrous charging handle,
Right.
and each lever, the left and right lever, are fully independent of the other side. So there's some ambi charging handles out there where if you break or bind one lever, the other lever is now rendered inoperable. This design is, as I said, independent of each lever. The stainless internals, that stainless steel it's pretty durable, so there's no aluminum, stainless steel internals. Obviously the handle itself is aluminum, but for us as competitors, it's the most reliable charging handle we've found.
Two dragons.
Yeah, we believe in
Two
it.
dragons.
So
Yeah, that's key.
the only other product with a coffin on it, though, in our lineup, I promise.
Okay. Yeah, but it's got the big nail on it too. I like that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's kind of cool.
And it looks legit. I wish you guys could see this thing.
Oh,
That
let's
is
take a
cool.
picture.
Can we take it out of the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's
You break it, you buy it.
sweet. It's
cool.
That is rad.
So you guys just make anything that just comes to your mind, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, you got barrels, you got the charging handle, you got the ninja cock, muzzle brakes.
Our biggest problem is
Oh.
deciding which one to
What
work
to run
on next.
with?
Yep. We're not short on ideas. We're short on time. I have a full-time job. Obviously, this is a side project. Rob works for a TV show called Three Gun Nation, and
Little show called Three Gun Nation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you might have heard of.
Yeah.
we have a 5.56 break. It's called the Dragon Show,
The Dragon Show.
shortened for DS.
I like that.
Yeah, and then we're working on a 308 break called the Sex Machine, or SM. So then, that one's got a little story to it too. John Noveski, the first time I ever met him, handed me a business card, and all it said was John Noveski, and underneath it was Sex Machine. And so, I wouldn't be where I am today within this industry if it weren't partly for his, guidance. And so a lot of the credit that I give out there goes to that man. He
Definitely an innovator in our industry.
he was, and that company is still one of the companies that I hold
George.
in high regard.
Yeah.
George, hands
Yeah,
down.
George is definitely an innovator.
He's
Yeah.
a huge innovator in this industry.
Yeah. John just had such a great spirit, he saw things, he's an innovator. He saw things that in the industry that needed holes that needed to be filled, and he filled it, and then Noveski made, and taking you guys on, and sort of like, going out on a limb to put the team together and all that stuff, man, that was huge. Like, and for anybody that's, was getting into three-gun when I was getting into it a few years ago, the Noveski shooting team were like the Rolling Stones of three-gun, like just the best jerseys and, just the coolest vibe, and all that stuff comes from that thing, that Noveski thing that you guys had. There was just like a boutique coolness about it. You couldn't really couldn't put your thumb on, and then obviously amazing shooting. Yeah, so that was a huge inspiration to me, and I know a bunch of other people too. At that time, and
that brand, the Noveski brand, the Noveski company, the individuals that are running it right now are great people. I know Lorena is involved in it, obviously, John's wife, and Mike Allen is taking over that place, and he's done some really good things with it. He came from Silencer Co.
Yeah.
Before that, he was in the skate. I don't know exactly how you describe, skater or skating, but he was in
like
that
ice
sector.
skating.
skate punk.
No, skateboarding,
Roller
and-
skating.
yeah.
Okay, roller skating. Skateboard.
He has a background in that.
Tony
And-
Hawk stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
cool.
I don't.
I think it just heard him on another
Lords of
another
Dogtown.
podcast.
Oh,
They were
really?
interviewing him and his whole story and his background, how he went from the skating community to Silencer Co. now to
Oh,
the
cool.
Noveski.
Yeah, very cool.
It's really good.
That would be interesting. Yeah. No
So
doubt.
I mean, somebody, it's hard to fill a void with a guy like John. He's
Yeah.
irreplaceable. But
Yeah.
Mike has got, the brains. He knows how to do stuff well. So
Yeah.
I have no doubt that company is just going to continue to succeed under his leadership.
Good deal.
Yeah. So speaking of 3-gun competitions, what's your next one coming up? Where are you going to be?
I'm going to shoot the South Carolina Regional.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna
When's
try,
the last time
I'm
you
gonna,
shot a match?
I'm going to try to shoot the South Carolina Regional. So I shot one a couple weekends ago in Minnesota. That was the first one I shot in the whole year. So April 16 was the last match I shot. Fast forward to April 17, I got back to one. So I took a
minute
year
off.
hiatus.
Well, you had to get that holster developed, so you could start using it.
I had to get big grains out.
Big
I had to-
grains.
Had to get the big bore ammo.
Big grains and sex machines.
Look at the
man.
big grains on Jansen.
Sex and death.
Well, cool, man. I'm looking super forward to all the nerd stuff. I mean, I kind
I
of
dig
feel like
the
I'm out
name.
of the loop because
I think just the name
I
alone
was
is
just
gonna-
telling him I saw like a back issue of 3 Gun Nation magazine, and Jansen and Rob were on the cover, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. What is this? And I didn't have a chance to like open it up and look through it or whatever. So I just told him like, how long have you been doing this? Because I just saw it like last week.
The nerd.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was.
So
So
it's
I'm
just-
excited. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Give
what
that
you guys
website
come out
again
with.
because it's a little different.
weare-nerd.com.
There you go. We are -nerd. I could check them. I'm going to go check it out.
Not the word dash, the actual
the
dash,
actual,
like the hyphen.
yeah, symbol.
We are -nerd.com. Perfect. Cool.
Yeah, or they could probably Google it and it'll
Yes.
come up that way. And
Yeah.
of course, Freedom Munitions, freedommunitions.com.
Yep.
And
Are you going to integrate any nerd stuff onto the Freedom site, or
Probably not.
no,
It's
keep it separate?
I want to keep stuff separate. We do weapons components on the nerd side and that kind of thing. Ammunition is my day job, which I love them both, but realistically, to merge the two,
Yeah.
two different tracks.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So are you going to get this out in other stores and players? Just right now, it's on your website.
Yeah,
On the
there's-
nerds.
We get a lot of interest on the OEM side. There's some companies here. American Defense Manufacturing uses our 9mm brake, which I don't even think they
Sweet.
know. It's called a Ninja Cock, really.
They do now.
They do now.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking for that. Our feeling isn't to go push units and get numbers. It's I want people to see it as the experience. And again, stuff I learned from Noveski. It's all part of the brand, and you believe in that. And
Sure.
the cool part of our customer base is, they are buying into what we're trying to do. The industry itself, you've got innovators, and you've got what I call like the old standard stuff. Like Chad, in my opinion, is the face of Kel-Tec in a lot of ways, which is great.
He
because
is.
He's got a
Go look
great
at their
face.
booth. Go
thought
look at
the-
that bus that was driving down the road.
I
Who's
thought the
face
KSG was the face of Kel-Tec.
You just got new,
Your
up
face
and
is on
coming
that
people,
face.
and you can look at other companies, and I grew up watching the Noveskis, or when Kevin Brittingham was at AAC, Drake at Magpul. These are all guys that I saw as innovators or people that really gave the consumer face and a touch
Sure.
point within the industry.
Right. Exactly. Super important.
And you're seeing like this new crop of guys like yourself. I look at Glenn Seekins as one of those people. It's Seekins Precision also. So
Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of guys. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Especially for us in the industry too, because we're friends and we can promote each other.
Yeah, no, this whole industry is becoming so socially integrated. It's awesome. What I've
Yeah.
seen since I've been messing around with guns and ammo is it used to be older white guy. And now what I'm seeing, especially on the e-commerce side, is totally merging into mainstream culture.
Across the board.
Guys, girls, ethnicity, all over the board. Political affiliation doesn't matter.
You can see that here today.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
This is the most diverse industry there is of,
and I think
of any industry.
I really think ultimately because
you
know
can just see it walking around here today. I mean, all the different.
Yeah, and that's what you just touched on. Super important for the future of firearms, because it's not just the crusty white guys against the world. Now it's we're the people. And I think.
Well, we just had Diane Muller on, Diane and Ryan, and
they're doing a lot of work in DC.
She started a movie called the DC Project. Where she gets a female from each state.
Yep.
It takes them to DC, and they go and talk to their legislators there and invite them to the range to go shoot with them.
I honestly think that firearms brings more people together in America than anything else, and I say that because of experience. Like, I come from a music background. Toured the country, lived in Los Angeles for a long time. I have a lot of very left.
Slapping the bass, man. Slapping the bass.
A drummer.
Yeah, you're a drummer.
But yeah, so I've taken some of my liberal friends out to the range that were just completely anti-gun and just something that scared them whenever you go to the range. And now a lot of these people, not only has their attitude about firearms changed, but their attitude about America has changed, and their political views have changed just from going to the range and just going shooting.
Popping off a few rounds.
Yeah, just understanding that guns aren't like, for cops and bad guys to kill each other. It's actually there's
and they don't have a mind of their own. They can't just get up and walk away.
Yeah, these big scary machines.
Yeah, and I've actually seen people go from being from like super liberal to being hunters, like just. Yeah, like pro-gun, pro-hunting, pro-everything.
Jerky.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty rare, but it happens.
It's good.
I'll get you some. Chad's gonna bring you some.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
I want some bear jerky.
Hopefully he's not bringing you some Chad jerky.
Shredded Chad.
Yeah.
Bear is
new at Taco
good.
Bell. Shredded Chad.
I got a buddy in Maine. He's a avid bear hunter. He says the same thing. So, by the way, this will be the first time. It's not the first time I've been hunting. It'll be the first time I've even shot at anything. I went on a hog hunt in California. It's the first time last year. So this will actually be my first real hunt. So for any of those hunters out there, you're going to be pretty pissed off that I'm going on an Idaho bear hunt for my first time. Whenever the first thing you probably kill was a squirrel or something.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to start big.
Yeah, I'm going big.
You don't get no bigger than that.
I wanted it either to be an elk, like a big, Wyoming elk or something like that, or a bear. Yeah. So this came up, and I mean, obviously going, doing man stuff with my buddies in Idaho. Who's going to pass
man
that
stuff.
up? Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
That's going to be good. So what we got to do is we got to do a show with you guys after the hunt, and let's
post hunt.
Let's do a post hunt show and talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's going to be when? When's that coming up?
June, right?
June? Yeah, June. Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
End of May, June. Yeah. Or June.
All right, Leadhead. So stay
tuned.
tuned. You got something to look forward to in June. We're going to recap a bear hunt.
Yeah,
that'd be
some
awesome.
boar buster or bear. I'm calling it bear buster on this trip.
So I need to introduce you to Nick Atkinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He started a new channel called Beastmaster Hunting.
He did. I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He started.
That's awesome.
Started it's a new company, and he's got a YouTube channel. So what he's doing is he's filming the hunts that he goes on, and he's doing night hunts, mainly night hunts, focusing on thermals, suppressors type things. So I just got back a few weeks ago from a hunt that we did together down in Texas, hog hunt. We did some coyotes.
The videos are so fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And he's got the scope set up with camera, so it records everything, so you can see it. And we're commentating and talking, and so I was on his first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I call it the kill cam.
Beastmaster Hunting.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, it's cool.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, we got tons and tons of hogs. Yeah, I didn't get. He got a bobcat on that hunt.
Nice.
He's gotten lots of cats.
Yeah, he's
into it, man.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I think he's become like you though. I think that's sort of taken over his life. He's not shooting competitively as much.
Well, I think now that competition has started back, he's back into it.
Yeah,
I think so.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'd be a waste if he just kept hunting and didn't shoot, because he's such a great 3-gunner.
We'll see if Chad leads competition for running around the woods.
I might
turn into bear hunter.
See.
You're gonna start your own channel called the Bear Hunter.
I'm gonna be so probably amped, like bears. It's bears, dude.
We'll
It's
see. We'll
crazy.
see if Chad can disconnect because there's no cell service for about 50 miles where we're at. You are truly shut off for 7 days.
You're shut off your social
Perfect.
media. Is Matt going to? Did you say?
As long as I have plenty of water, I'll be good. Yeah, Matt's going to come.
Matt's going to go too? Cool.
We're going to film it. Yeah, so we're going to film all this stuff and put something together. Silencer Co's coming out.
Yeah.
So for Silencer Co,
Oh, that'd
Freedom
be
Munitions,
awesome.
Kel-Tec, yeah, it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So.
We ought to get with Nick and maybe with your big boar stuff and
Yes.
go on and do a
Yeah.
Beastmaster hunt.
Set it up.
Do some thermal hunting.
Super easy
No,
to do.
yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Jansen,
Um,
thanks, dude. Thanks for coming down, man. I dragged him
Jansen, it
down.
was a pleasure meeting you. Look forward to having
Appreciate
you
it.
back on the show
Thank
again
you.
sometime. Maybe I get to go hunting with you guys in the future too. So
Good
we'll
deal.
do something.
All right, bro. Thanks for having us back.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, guys, we are back. Day 2 of the 2017 NRA annual meeting, hosted graciously by Eagle Imports. And my co-host for this interview is none other than Mike Sedini.
Not me. Also,
Not Sidoni, as I called you
It's okay.
at SHOT
It's
Show.
okay.
I don't know what was going through my mind. I was like, Sidoni, and you never corrected me, man.
I wouldn't even, like, people
like,
still
you
call me,
gotta-
like, Chris, and I just,
Chris.
yeah, like, there's plenty of people.
You're like, hey,
I'm easy. I go with the flow.
you're like Chris Farley died. I'm like, why are you calling me Chris?
He's British.
You gotta,
That's what
You got to get up on the mic.
yeah, you gotta get up there.
Hello.
You hear yourself now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it? Can you hear me now? What do I do with my hands?
Who is this guy?
Who we got here? Jonathan Hayes, and Jonathan is not with Eagle Imports. Jonathan is with
Do All Outdoors.
Do All Outdoors, a fellow Tennessean. What part of Tennessee are you from?
Nashville.
You're in Nashville, okay. So you're like right there. Why have we never hooked up?
We have talked about it.
Why
in the
have we not
past.
become best friends?
I don't know. You should come see us and we'll do lunch.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Andrew knows all the best places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You better get up on this mic, because,
You got to get up on the mic.
Yeah.
You see our voice levels, and yours is right there.
yeah, see?
Hey, scoot your chair up. Just scoot your chair up a little bit. John?
Stop telling me what to do.
Or you could hold the microphone. if
Oh,
you
my
want.
God, you made me co-host with the worst guest ever.
That's why I got you on here, so you can bring the best
That
out
was
of
a
him.
rouge, a trick,
So-
tomfoolery.
Maybe that's why you guys aren't best friends in Nashville, Marty.
Is that what it is?
Because John's just a dick.
I think he's a recluse.
Can you say that?
Yeah. So tell us about your company, John.
Titties. So Do All Outdoors, we primarily are a clay pigeon thrower company.
Yeah.
We make auto traps for the weekend warrior. We do a lot of steel targeting and 22 cal, handgun cal, high cal. We are industry leader in the impact seal technology.
What is it called?
Impact seal, the self-healing targets.
Oh, okay. That's those that
Yep.
You shoot them.
those orange ones over there.
Yep.
Yeah, so you shoot them with any caliber.
They look like
and
dog toys.
They do. They do. Yeah, actually they do.
They look like dog toys.
Yeah, you
They
shoot
could
'em-
probably double as dog toys, right?
I don't know if I'd want a dog to congest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah.
What's it called? Non-toxic,
Non-ingestible.
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 So it's not like a Kong toy.
So yeah, so that's what we do. We do clay pigeon throwers, auto traps, manual traps, and a ton of targeting. So
So tell us about your clay throwers. I see a Raven over there. The Raven.
that's the Raven. So this is a portable trap that it'll hold 50 clays. It's got a set of wheels on it and a carry handle, so you don't have to pick it up if you want to move it around. So portability is kind of key with that one. You know, it's about a 30, 40-pound trap.
What powers them? What do you?
12-volt deep cycle marine battery.
Okay. So very portable. You don't have to have it plugged in or.
Don't have to have it plugged in to 110 power, so it's completely portable. Take it anywhere. It's got a foot pedal release, and it also has a wireless remote
Oh yeah.
that you can hook up to it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
like one you could Bluetooth with your phone, maybe?
No,
Not yet?
Not yet. It's,
Not yet.
It's, I'm sure it's coming.
Okay.
It is now,
he's like
Marty.
He's, like, he's taking notes.
Let
over
me
here.
write this down.
Bluetooth.
Just as long as you credit me with it,
I will. Absolutely.
it's yours free.
Yeah. And the Raven, you know, you can take it off of its base and put it on what we call a wobbler.
A wobbler?
Yeah. So it's an oscillating base that moves side to side and up and down. So you're not going to get the same shot twice.
Okay.
Yeah, really cool accessory.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now is that your smallest, most compact one?
Actually, it's not. That's our mid-size trap.
Okay,
That's
the mid-size.
That's the foul play. It holds 25 birds. It's also compatible with our wobbler and our remote, but it doesn't come with wheels and handle. Kind of more of a
More
price.
stationary kind of deal.
Yeah, more of a price point unit. If you don't want to spend $400 or so on the Raven, you can spend about $350 and get the foul play.
How much does that weigh if you're going to lug it around? Doesn't look like it weighs that much.
It's about 35 pounds.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, and we make what we call a trap limo that you can put any of our traps on and lug them around, and it's also got a battery tray.
Okay.
Yeah.
The limo?
Yeah.
Is it remote control?
It's not nor Bluetooth. No.
No, nor Bluetooth.
You are like an idea guy right now. You're just killing.
I always do this, man. I'm like throwing. You should have heard me yesterday with this other company. I was like, man, you should do this. You should do that with the little 22.
Oh, North American Arms.
North American
Yeah,
Arms
with Kenny.
with Kenny.
You should actually not say anything and just take notes and like.
I know.
You should be charging a fee for that, Marty. It's called.
It's just like I had a bulletproof armor company on, AR-500s that makes the steel armor crap, and a cooler company on. And I was like, why don't you guys get together and make a bulletproof cooler? How cool would that be?
People would.
For our military?
Yeah.
I mean,
their beers
don't they
taken
need
rounds.
another level of protection? They got their Gatorade back there in the cooler, or they actually have to carry coolers around to collect other things in the field. I'm not going to get graphic on here, but that another level of protection for our military men and women.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
Where can you get your stuff, Jonathan? What?
There you go. Co-host, come on, step in. There you go.
Just about any retailer. We're in Cabela's, Bass Pro, Dick's Academy, Gander Mountain.
You're all over.
Yeah,
You're everywhere.
we are.
So
Sports
most
Warehouse.
major
Dealers,
retailers.
distributors, Walmart, Amazon. You can find us anywhere. Just type in "Do All Outdoors" and boom.
Do all that. You guys are in Academy too, right?
Absolutely.
I've
yeah.
seen your orange
Yes.
seal. What are they called?
Impact Seal.
Impact seal targets.
Those that you're looking at now are ground bouncers. Is what
Okay.
we call them.
And what calibers do they go? Can you shoot with those?
All calibers.
All calibers.
22 to 50.
Really?
Let it
a
rip.
50 won't destroy one of those?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope. The hot box that you're looking at right there.
Over here on the left?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Looks like a geometry project.
It yes does. I have one at my office that's got 3,000 rounds in it.
Of just random.
Various
Calibers.
Various calibers. 22, and then we actually threw some 50 rounds in it. 50 cal rounds.
And 3,000 rounds, and you're still
Oh yeah.
using it.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's amazing. You would think that this would just, especially with a 50 cal, it would just decimate.
No
it.
doubt, right?
No. The material was designed by NASA.
By NASA.
Yeah, they were lining some gas tanks with it.
So
or I'm not sure what.
that
they were
explains the color. It's Tang.
Doing. Okay.
NASA,
yeah.
made
Yeah.
Tang
Yeah,
also.
Actually,
Makes sense to me.
the orange comes from the fact that we're from Tennessee and we support Tennessee
Go Vols.
That's where the orange comes. And it's on our packaging, on some of our products. So we support our volunteers pretty well.
Yep. Good old Smokey.
You do know Shane, the owner? Have you ever met Shane?
I haven't.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you could do a whole show for like a day on Shane's stories. But he's an awesome guy, and I know a little bit of the background of the history of the company. I mean, he started
Well, let's hear
in
it.
his garage, right?
Yeah, him and his dad just started traveling around doing 5-stand clay pigeon setups, and that led from there to them doing a little pull a rope, $30 retail manual trap, and then one thing led to another, and
Yeah, I think it was like
20 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was one of those stories where it was kind of like they pitch it to a couple big guys and
Right.
thinking, okay, let's just throw a pitch in there to see if we can
See
do
what
it.
happens.
And then all of a sudden, like a PO comes through on a little fax machine in a garage for a massive amount, and they were like, okay.
Yeah. What do we do now?
What do we do now?
Right.
And, so it's kind of a cool story, but he's really humble. To get him to talk about it, he usually doesn't, but it is a cool story.
Very cool story.
Yeah, and for those listening right now, someone's chewing on one of those.
I got your chew toy.
You can keep that one.
You do dead deer too, right?
Dead deer hunting accessories. That is correct.
So what about dead deer? What is that?
So it's a hunting accessory line. We do everything from saws and cutters to mounting accessories. After the hunt, the ground auger is part of the dead deer line. So we've got a lot of needs covered that will get you before, during, and after the hunt. And that's also on our website, doalloutdoors.com.
Very cool.
We also have the Mega Boom, which is doing really well here at the NRA show.
The Mega Boom.
The Mega Boom. Yeah.
What's the Mega Boom? We gotta hear that. That sounds awesome.
So the Mega Boom is a device that allows you to pump up any bottle,
okay,
any size,
any non-glass bottle,
plastic bottle.
Yeah.
You pump it up. You put powder in it. Cornstarch, flour, whatever, talcum powder, baby powder. Put a little construction chalk in there to color it. Pump it up to about 150 psi. Shoot it with pellet, BB, 22, handgun, high cal.
Right.
Archery, huge archery target. Shoot it, blows up, and it's about as loud as a shotgun. 150 dBs.
150 dBs.
Yeah.
So you put the powder in there to give it a explosion effect.
You get a visual report and an audible report. You can put that out at 600 yards. Not only will you hear it, but you will see it if you put some kind of flour, cornstarch,
some kind of colored in there. That's cool.
Absolutely.
What's that retail for?
$34.99.
$34.99.
And where do they get that?
At our website, doalloutdoors.com, or just about any retailer carries it.
Okay.
And this is kind of interesting because obviously people don't get the visual here, but the guy you have pitching it is doing an amazing job. Like the amount of attention that this product is getting in this booth is insane.
He has infinite energy.
Yeah, yes. There's a constant line at the table of people waiting to hear about it.
Yeah, this is definitely a big seller. Being the city boy that I am, wasn't exposed to the outdoors so much as a kid. When I looked at it, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's a water bottle," and I didn't get it, but I get it. I get it now. So
yeah. Well, we brought 2,000 units to the show.
You got 2 left.
Almost. We've gone through half of what we have in a day, basically.
Nice.
A day and a quarter.
You still got another day.
Yeah.
Still got another day.
Yeah, but we going back to what we do, we want to be your one-stop shop for your outdoor needs. Especially in the shooting world.
Right.
We have everything from 22 caliber targets. We have designated handgun targets, designated high cal targets. So whatever
you got the seal all, not seal all. Is it seal all targets?
Impact seal.
Impact seal targets.
Self-healing.
You've got steel targets.
Steel.
What kind of steel is it? Is that AR-500 steel?
No, that's a S50C steel from
S50C.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they rated certain calibers for that?
Yeah, it's all the way up from,
So you shoot it all the way up to the big stuff?
All the way up to the big stuff, yeah.
Okay. And then you got your throwers for the clay pigeons.
Throw for the clay pigeons.
Do you have pigeons as well?
No, we don't have clay pigeons.
Okay.
But we do heavily support white flyer.
Gotcha.
We run nothing but white flyer clays through our machines.
Okay. That runs the best through there.
The best of the best, that's correct.
I have a quick question for you. I had read somewhere or heard somewhere that the best guns to shoot all your products are like Bursa,
Grand Power.
Yes. Metro Arms.
Soon to be Avidity.
Avidity
Yes,
Arms.
so I do. Yeah. Well, we can touch on that. So I'm the director of product development. So I do all the making and manufacturing and testing of all of our products, and I would do all of our testing with nothing but the best guns.
There you go.
From Eagle Imports.
From Eagle Imports. That's their whole line. The Grand Power, the Bursas. Personally, my Bursa BP9. CC.
Yep.
That Mike was generous enough to send me, the dipped in Kel-Tec Typhon.
Nice.
My favorite carry gun.
Yeah.
By far. Yep.
Carry
it
especially
everywhere I
with
go.
Kel-Tec.
I love it.
A whole nother level of
I carry
coolness.
it everywhere I go. My wife carries a Bursa Thunder. Yes,
Bring the thunder.
Yeah.
There you go.
With the pink accents on it. Absolutely.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Kel-Tec pink.
Well,
No,
just pink accents.
Yeah, pink accents, anodized pink on the
Okay.
on the metal. It's
There
really
you go.
cool. Yeah,
Very nice.
she loves it.
Shane is
So-
involved in Cryptec as well, correct? The owner of Dual.
Yeah, Shane's part owner in Cryptec.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you should do like some of your stuff in Cryptec. That add a whole other level of coolness to
Man,
it.
you
Well,
are on fire.
You are. Stop it.
Stop the good ideas.
Yeah, hey, let's camouflage our targets.
Train the eye, you know.
Where is it?
Well, at least your throwers. You know, you can do your throwers that way.
Yeah, we've thought about it.
Okay.
Before you mentioned it.
Before I even- okay,
just
so I don't
wanna
get
say
credit for that
Yeah,
one.
I would
wanna-
need to see documentation
I wanna-
somewhere because I think that was another good idea. you
I
had,
think so.
but-
Yeah. So real quick, where can everybody go? And again, your website, social media.
any big box retailer buy our products, but we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram.
Okay.
Our website, doalloutdoors.com.
Do all outdoors. I
It's
like
all-
that.
Yeah, it's all inclusive of our brands. You know, the Sound Soldier, hearing protection, the dead deer hunting accessories, the range ready targets, our auto traps, and everything. So check us out online. We appreciate it.
Very cool, Jonathan. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great job co-hosting, Mike.
Thank you. I like this.
You did great. You're a natural, man. You're a natural. We'll have to bring you back and do it again.
Anytime.
All right, guys. We got more coming up. Stay tuned. All right, so we got a table full here at the 2017 NRA annual meeting, and we are in the Eagle Imports booth 4742, and I have with me Kenny Barlow. He is the Vice President in Sales and Marketing for North American Arms. And we also have the beautiful and lovely Amelia Pullman.
Yes.
And she is your boss.
Yeah,
Understand?
absolutely.
She tells you what to do.
Yes, she does.
And then we've got Silent Richard with us also. Andrew. So, how are you enjoying the show so far?
Oh,
it's not a show. It's a meeting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an
It's a
annual meeting and
meeting.
exhibition. No, it's been great. Traffic's great. This is the one.
It's just the first day. It's Friday. You know, tomorrow's going to be the big day.
Tomorrow's going to be huge.
Yeah.
But no, I like this because unlike the other trade shows that we do throughout the year, this is the only one that North American Arms at least participates in that is consumer focused.
Right.
So this is the one time a year I get to
The
talk
actual
to
people who are going to be using
it.
your products.
Exactly.
This is where you get to.
I get to
meet
interact with
and
them, get their
interact.
feedback, questions, comments, concerns, all of that, and really either galvanize latent opinions about us,
Right.
or
Or you get a good pat on the back.
yeah, exactly, yeah, good job, thank you for everything
Right.
you do, yeah. Solidify
So
those.
tell our listeners, the Leadhead Nation out there, what you guys do.
So North American Arms is 5-shot, single action, 22 caliber mini revolvers.
Tiny guns.
Tiny guns.
Tiny guns.
That is correct. Yeah, we're the gun you can carry, the gun to carry when you can't carry a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, our guns go everywhere, and to be honest, we're not saying that you shouldn't also have your Glock 26 or your full size 1911 on your hip.
Where's your booth at? It's just right over there, isn't it?
4032, yeah.
Can you bring one of those over here?
Yeah.
Can we look at it while we're talking?
Sure, I can go grab one.
Can you look-
Or
and
Richard?
Silent Richard will go get it while we're talking.
They probably aren't
Does
just going to
Amelia
give a
wanna go
random
get it?
guy one.
Actually, yeah.
You got to
Amelia-
talk, Amelia.
I can go and grab the gun.
Yeah, we'll let Amelia do that.
Okay, Amelia's going to go get the gun.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're probably not just going to let a strange guy
Some
they don't
strange
know
guy.
just say, hey, can I borrow this real quick?
Right.
But you have
So-
indeed shot one of their guns, Marty.
I haven't.
Yes, my little teeny tiny 22. We
Oh,
shot
that-
it.
that's
that
your-
little
okay.
itty bitty thing. We were shooting
Yeah.
the steel targets when we did that
Right.
12 gauge video.
Yeah.
As a joke. Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of Kenny's.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I have had a little hands-on.
A little
with your-
hands-on.
with your products. Very cool. So while we're waiting on the gun to get back, where are you guys located? Where are you out of?
We're out of Provo, Utah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Are you a Mormon?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Raised that way. Definitely raised that way. I'm culturally Mormon.
Okay.
As
so
is
no.
the Silent Richard.
Oh, that's right.
So you're a Mormon?
I grew up that way, yeah. My family
You grew
is.
up that way, but you're not a Mormon. You're not a practicing Mormon.
No,
You don't go
not
knock
really
on
anymore.
doors, do you?
No, but they knock on mine a lot.
A lot.
I always invite them in.
Like a lot.
Do you really?
yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah,
good
man.
kids,
They're-
man. Good
yeah, they're
kids.
great kids.
What do they do? They just talk to you?
They want to give you the good news of
Okay. I don't think I've ever had one knock on my door. I've had the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Is that a Mormon?
I don't usually let them
Those
in.
aren't Mormons.
I don't usually let them in.
No. I was like, drop your pamphlet and go.
Be on your way, sir.
Right.
Skedaddle.
Right. I'll put that in the trash for you. But
The recycling bin. Come on.
Recycle. Whatever. It's a myth. There's no such thing as recycling. I recycle my underwear. I'll take it off and I'll clean it and I'll rewear it again.
I didn't realize you wore underwear.
Well, you know.
When you do.
When I wear pants like this, I have to. You know?
Right.
Oh yeah, because you get that sweaty butt crack.
Shows the the man part. So.
Yeah.
And you don't want everybody to be jealous.
I thought you want. Don't you want to show the man parts?
Well, I don't know.
Listen, that would just cause too much.
I mean, they would not
Too much
be able
pity.
to.
It would cause a lot of pity.
They wouldn't be able to keep the crowd away.
That's true.
So. Okay.
Let's clean that conversation
the gun
up.
is here now. All right, so I'm holding one of their 5-shot Mini 22s here.
Yeah, that one is the Pug.
Okay.
That's honestly my favorite gun that we make.
The
to be honest.
Pug.
Yeah.
So I like that name. Now, does this pop out?
Yeah.
The cylinder?
The cylinder is going to drop out completely. I'll demonstrate that for you.
Okay. Yeah, show me how that works.
But yeah, so this is a.
So this thing is
22
about,
Magnum.
3 inches?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
There's just 5 shots. Just
5
like that's
shot,
22
mag,
long, right?
22 mag.
22 Magnum.
Mm-hmm.
Even better.
Yep.
Rock on. That is neat.
And Gold Dot Spear makes that 22 mag really, honestly, pretty much made for that pistol.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and Hornady's got that 45 grain FTXs.
Okay.
Really,
Ridiculous,
really
too.
good rounds. So they've got some good personal defense rounds for 22 mag that didn't used to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Designed
do
to
now.
shoot out of smaller barrels.
What's the price point on one of these?
So everything we
things?
make starts at about 200 and goes up to about 4. This is in the 3s, the low to mid 3s.
Wow. There's not much to it.
Not much to it.
I mean, it almost looks like a little cap gun.
Sure.
You know?
Mm-hmm. A lot of times at these shows, one of the things we always gets asked is that real? Oh yeah, it's real. It's not a toy.
That is cool. And this is the Pug.
The Pug. That's again my favorite gun we make. It's got a 1-inch barrel, Hogue slip-on rubber grips, XS night sights.
I like those little Hogues. Yeah. The rubber grips.
And you get it's the grip that for our guns that gives you the best purchase, I think, in your hand.
Okay.
For how small it is.
For how small it is, yeah. I mean, you got to have a little something right there. But
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, what are your other lines that you have? Your other guns?
Oh, well, I mean, we just do not all of them have names like this, but we just do a standard 22 long rifle revolver, same thing, just smaller.
Do you have any bigger than that?
We go up to about 6 inches on the barrel length.
Okay.
Yeah, so starts at 1 inch, goes all the way up to 6.
Very cool. And they're all 22 mags?
You can do 22 long rifle only as well.
You can?
That's even smaller than this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And the sights that you have on there?
Those are XS sights. They're standard lollipop design. Put the dot on top of the stick.
Does that come standard on them?
Mm-hmm. You can get it in either white dot or tritium.
White or tritium. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, talk about some other ways that you can configure these guns.
Wood
handles.
No. We have wood grips, faux pearl and imitation stag grips. However you like it that way. We have different carry options in terms of holsters.
Mammoth tusk.
I would love for someone to make me some mammoth tusk grips for these.
Yeah, no doubt. They have a really cool one, Marty. That it's almost like a knife clip.
Yeah.
That it folds into itself.
Uh-huh.
And you just clip it in your pocket just like you would your knife.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
It's called the holster grip, and what it does is it replaces this grip.
Nice.
Collapses down, covers the trigger guard and everything, but then when you deploy it, it locks into a full-size grip, and it's got an ambidextrous clip that you can put on either side.
Very cool. Now, have you ever thought about doing a full size?
No, this is sort of our wheelhouse. This is our niche.
I think you should do, just for a promotion, I think you should do a big
Like
version.
a giant mini revolver?
Of giant mini revolver, yes.
Yes.
That would
same
be
style and everything.
The
That would be
world's
awesome.
largest mini revolver.
Yeah.
Mini revolver, yeah.
Like the world's tallest midget.
And it still shoots 22 Magnum, yeah.
Yeah, and
But
that's
you
all.
could-
Yeah,
You could make it like a,
just a giant cylinder, but just
instead
a
of
small
6
hole.
shot, it could have,
Yeah,
I don't know, depending on how big you make it, it'd be like a little minigun, you know.
exactly. Yeah,
That would be awesome.
it's awesome.
You call it the lead head version. The
Yeah,
lead head
absolutely.
edition.
It would be talking
Hey,
lead
Marty,
branded.
I don't think you're in any danger of them hiring you for marketing right now.
I'm doing. I was certainly doing the nice
you
thing. Like,
see
yeah,
those-
yeah, that's great. That's
You've
actually
seen those knife companies that have those big
with the giants
Gobi-
or the giant scissors or the
right.
Or the
Exactly.
giant gun safe over
Tornox.
here.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was doing basically what I do with all the other people that stop by. Oh yeah, no, that's a great idea.
That's
I
a
should
great
totally
idea.
do that.
Sure,
That's
I should definitely do that.
amazing. Wow.
I should definitely
Or
do
you
that.
could do one like really, really, really tiny.
Yeah.
really.
I think someone else already
super
actually does that. There's
really
some weird European gun maker that makes these small replicas that actually shoot this little custom ammo. It's weird.
That's cool. Probably somewhere in China.
Yeah, no, it's in Europe where they have
China.
way too much time on their hands.
Is that what it is?
That 4-day work week, it makes some crazy things happen.
Right. Yeah, and they take all their gun rights away, so they have nothing but.
They can make really tiny guns.
Yeah.
Really tiny guns.
Really, really tiny. So, if people want to get your guns,
they can actually. So
where can
any dealer.
Distributors?
Well, yeah, we sell through basically all the distributors. Which means your dealer, if it doesn't have one on the shelf, he can get one within about 48 hours.
Okay. So, give us a little history behind the company itself. How did this company get started?
Well, the company's somewhere in its 40s at this point. But when it started out,
North American Arms.
Yeah, and it was. I think back then it was called Rocky Mountain Arms. It's gone through several name changes.
Rocky Mountain Arms.
Yeah,
there we go.
At that time, it was actually started by Wayne Baker and Dick Kasul of the 454 Kasul. And at one point, they were making these little guns, and one thing led to another, and they ended up departing from the business, and they went up to Freedom, Wyoming, and started Freedom Arms, and we're doing that, and we continued as North American Arms, and in its current iteration and ownership, it's the company is about 25 years old under the leadership of a man named Sandy Chisholm.
Okay.
And he bought us.
Now, is he a Mormon?
No, no. He actually is not even a Utah resident. He's a hands-off owner. He's for the last 25 years. He's
Down
lived
in Florida?
Now, actually, but suburban Philadelphia, and he flew out once a month. And
see, that would be good. You should make the Gobi. What a mug pug. Make a Gobi pug and give that to him.
Yeah.
It's like, here, congratulations on 25 years.
Yeah. I'm going to do nothing near as cool as that. It's going to be like a photo book, I think. It's one of those things. I'm going to make him one of those Insta books.
Yeah,
I'm going to have you make a big one before this is over.
Thanks for the memories. I am not original at all.
Well, that's cool. So, you're in Utah right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, I'm in Atlanta right now.
You're in Atlanta.
No.
Oh, you.
Hey, can we just take a minute and just really compliment Kenny on his snappy dress?
Well, I was getting to that.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I was kind of leading into that.
Well,
Yeah.
I
was going to say, is this normal dress for a Mormon? Yeah.
It's normal dress for me. I don't know about Mormons. I can't speak for the fashion
I mean, you
sense
both
of
have
Mormons.
the same color on. You color
Very
coordinated.
similar.
Is navy? Is that like a standard?
This is a classic teal.
Classic
while
teal?
Kenny's wearing a nice navy blue.
I thought that would be navy, and that's a darker navy.
You are incorrect, Marty.
See, I thought teal was greenish, had a little green in it.
Well, technically this does.
Does that have a little? Oh, okay.
Yeah, get a little closer.
Did I tell you I got a cataract in this eye? So
I can see it.
I got to offend Marty.
Why?
Work.
We'll say bye to everybody then.
Hey guys, I'm gonna check out. I gotta do some work, unfortunately.
We'll get out of here then.
But if you're still here, I'll come back in a minute.
Okay. All right. So have you had a chance to walk around and
Not
check
yet.
out anything?
No, I've just been in the bosom of my customer base, so to speak.
Right. So there's like all kinds of stuff going on outside of the convention room here.
Yeah.
They've got all kinds of stuff going on outside. There's a stage set up. They're doing live performances, NRA country, country music.
I guess the president's coming to speak.
Apparently there's some big wigs going to come and talk and
Trump,
spread wisdom, I guess.
Or as much as a politician can.
Right, whatever they want to call it today. And then is the big Hank Williams? Is it Hank Williams Jr.? Is that tonight? Or tomorrow?
I think that's
probably
tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's usually like the big night.
Yeah.
When they do that. So, you heard anything else going on around here? Exciting?
Through my limited knowledge of the floor, no, I haven't been out to see anything really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the gun, I'm going to get back to your gun.
All right.
Holsters for those.
Yeah.
What do you do do you guys make holsters? Or
No,
are there companies out there? I'm
all
sure
the
Kydex
accessories
can do that.
Oh yeah, all the accessories that we do, from grips to the holsters to everything, is all outsourced vendors. So Hogue does grips for us. They actually make the holster grip as well. DeSantis does holsters for us. They have a line of pocket holsters. That's how I carry my pug back home. Is I have a DeSantis pocket holster that just sits in my pocket wherever I go.
Ooh, I just came up with another good idea.
Okay.
For a gun design for you. So that could fit in the handle of a bigger gun.
Yeah,
Bigger revolver.
Oh, a bigger revolver. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you couldn't do a
giant
semi-auto because that's where the magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
you
but
could put it in the handle of an AR.
you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Deployed when you're out.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah. As soon as you run out of 30 rounds of 5.56, you just deploy to the 22
It's just like
mag.
your last resort kind of thing.
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
last ditch. What's happening? Raphael's over there giving me the business.
He's giving everybody the business. That's what he does.
He's giving us the business. But no, wouldn't that be cool though?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Have that up in like a Ruger.
Like design panel grips that could hold the
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. There's
on
my
it.
idea.
I'm on it.
There's my idea for that. Tell me I don't have good marketing ideas.
That wasn't me that said that.
Silent. Yeah. This guy. Silent
Yeah,
whatever.
he's the silent partner over there.
Yeah, silent partner.
Negative
He's
Nancy
gone.
over there.
I know.
He's gone. We got rid of those negative vibes.
Yeah.
He's very unkind.
You're hired.
I'm
You're
hired. Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
That's why she's the boss.
Well, I am the boss.
You are. You're the boss of them. So, what's your plans for the rest of the show? You guys got any big giveaways or anything like that going on?
Actually, we got a couple of things going on with the NRA specifically. So last night at the foundation dinner, we provided a custom 380 Guardian for their auction. Tonight we've got a match set of long rifle Magnum mini revolvers for the Isla thing, and then we have 10 sets of matching mini revolvers with NRA grips, special serial numbers, and all that at the Wall of Guns.
Nice.
So those are up for grabs over there.
Now, I won the Wall of Guns one year.
Oh yeah,
I did.
Like the entire wall.
Well, the drawing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I got to pick, what I wanted.
Right.
My first NRA that I attended 4 years ago, I think it was.
Nice.
It was in Houston.
Yeah.
It was in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What's this?" They're like, "It's the Wall of Guns. You buy tickets, and every 100 will draw a winner. So you get a 1 in 100 every time.
Right.
Chance." So I bought like $100 worth, and you could split them up in drawing. So I was like, put 1 in this one, 2 in this one, 1 in that one, and I split them up. And it was the very last draw that I had 1 ticket in, and I won.
What'd you get?
And I thought they were messing with me because they called me up. And they're like, "Hey, this is such and such with the NRA. Just want to let you know that you won the Wall of Guns." And I looked at the guy as well. I said, "Who did you put up to call me?" He's like, "I didn't do it, man. You won. Seriously." So I picked a Ruger. What is it called? It was one of the revolvers, big bear hunting revolver.
Oh, nice.
It was a 357.
Jeez.
I don't know. It was nice. And what was the other one? A 1911. I got a 1911 from Remington R1 is what it was.
Oh, right on.
Remington R1.
That's a good prize.
That was a good, yeah.
That's a great first time out.
First NRA, and I've been to NRA ever since.
Yeah.
I haven't won the Wall of Guns.
Yeah,
I haven't won
exactly.
since, but I don't think I'm going to play this year, unfortunately.
Yeah, I never have time to.
Yeah. So that's my NRA story.
Awesome.
You're like, whatever. Is this done?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm enjoying myself. I promise.
So what's your website, social media? Where can people get in touch and see your products? And
well, they can go to NorthAmericanArms.com where they can see all the firearms and the accessories and all that.
Right.
They can check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
Send Amelia a note.
Yeah. Send me a little note on the Instagrams, the Twitters, and
the Insta, I guess, is what
the
people
Instagram.
her age
Yep.
call
the
it.
Twitter.
the Twitters and the Facebooks, all the personal messages.
And is it
messages.
North American Arms?
Yes, sir.
All
it is.
spelled out?
Yes.
Okay.
And then our Twitter is NNA Mini.
At NAA Mini Revolver.
Yep. For
At
sure.
NAA Mini Revolver.
Yeah.
Okay. Was the other one taken?
Yeah, couldn't get it.
Are you
too.
serious?
It was
Somebody had
it was too long. Things like that.
That's kind of long too.
Yeah, it is. It's a mouthful. Can't do anything about it now. The catalogs and the cards are printed.
It's done. You've got the subscribers already.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Well, very cool. So, distributors, pretty much they can just walk into any of their gun dealer store, and if they're not carrying them, they can say, "Hey, I want
this gun," and they'll pick it up. Call their sales guy at the distributor, and they'll have it.
Can they get them from you directly?
No, we don't sell dealer direct.
Okay.
Everything through your dealer.
Everything
and
through the
the
dealer.
wholesale network.
And you guys are, I'm sure, nationwide.
Absolutely, we're in every one of the wholesalers.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere. That's great.
We are.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for taking time to be on the Talking Lead show.
Thanks, Marty.
Here at the
Appreciate it.
Eagle Imports booth.
Thank you for having us.
absolutely.
Guys, come back in. Now, do you have plans? I got to ask you, do you have plans for anything new coming up?
There are some things in the works. I mean, immediately we have a new gun coming out through the Talo distributors. It's a bug out kit, so it's going to be a unique stylized barrel design in a waterproof case. Just something like that. It's got value adds to it. So that's going to start shipping the week after next.
Okay.
So those will be available. And usually with the Talo stuff, it's like one of 500. This is one where
limited edition.
Yeah, but on this one, it's just going to be until there's no more interest in it. We're just going to keep making them and selling them. Yeah. So
good. What's the price point on that going to be?
I think it's going to be in the, what did I point at? It's going to be in shade under 400 for the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, another idea for a gun for you.
I'm ready.
A flare gun that size. A little mini signal flare gun.
Do they make flares that size?
I don't know. Maybe that's a whole.
Apparently, that's something I've got. That's a niche.
Another thing you could do. Yeah,
that's a hole to fill right there.
I mean, Tannerite or something would fit in. You can make your own. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll hire you as our engineer as well for that.
Yeah, because
a nice
I like all
portable
10 fingers.
Pocket little flare gun. You know, for hikers and people out in Alaska that get lost in the snow. It's nice, compact. Pack it away.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm just full. What's up, Centola? How you doing, brother? Hey, you gonna be on the show this week? Yeah, you're with 1776, right? Yeah, well, yeah, right. yeah. You're pushing my shirts, right? Okay. We'll do it. You know Centola?
I don't.
You know Mike Centola? He's with All Star Tactical. He's out of New York.
Oh, good.
He's out of New York. He does like muzzle brakes and all kinds of machinist kind of stuff.
Right on.
He's real creative and accessories and stuff.
Cool.
For guns. He might be able to.
Work on like flare gun it up.
Giant.
Or a giant.
A
biggest mini
Gobi,
revolver.
a giant giant pug, and then a small flare gun.
Yeah. The world's
and
biggest
one
pug
that,
and the world's
one that
smallest
fits
flare
in
gun.
a handle.
One in the handle.
Oh yeah, can't forget about that one.
Just giving you three
good ideas.
multi-million-dollar projects.
That's it.
It'll cost you multi-million. I don't know if it'll make anything, but
no, it's definitely there's gonna be costs associated there.
We'll send those bills your way, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna single-handedly
tank
our company.
Care of left hand. Yeah. I'll take care of those for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm raking it in.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to let you guys get back to your booth.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. That does it for Volume 3 of our 2017 National Rifle Association annual meeting coverage. Hope you guys enjoyed those interviews as much as we did doing those. They were absolutely fun to do. Great group of people there, so make sure you go and check them out. Let them know that you heard about them on the Talking Lead podcast, and support those who support this show. Frontier Tactical, check them out at frontiertactical.com. X-Steel Targets, xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems, modernspartansystems.com. Eagle Imports, they are the importers of the Bursa, Grand Power, Metro Arms, and they're doing the collaboration with Rob Pincus on the Avidity Arms, the PD-10 9mm single stack that's going to be coming out soon. So make sure you guys check them out, support them. High Threat Concealment, check them out at highthreatconcealment.com. Makers of holsters, belt systems, very comfortable, concealable pistol and equipment rigs, high quality and affordable. So check them out at highthreatconcealment.com. And friends of the show, Kel-Tec, check them out at keltecweapons.com. Glock, the official carry of Talking Lead. And make sure you go back and check our past episodes, especially of our coverage of the National Rifle Association. Volume 4 will be coming soon, so stay tuned. And make sure you guys go to our website and click on the Tactical Squirrel monthly subscription box link and go ahead and order your monthly subscriptions to that. Who doesn't want cool tactical stuff every month, whether it's for yourself, a family member, a friend, or if you would like to go ahead and order one of those for one of our service member men and women, they would greatly appreciate that as well. And the 1776 United Talking Lead Leadhead logo design contest, go to 1776united.com, bottom of the page, click on the Leadhead contest design. Winner's going to get a shirt with the logo, patch with the logo, the classic Talking Lead t-shirt, and a $100 gift card for you to use however you'd like at 1776united.com. Until next episode, Leadheads, keep your loved ones close and your firearms closer.